Hey peeps, and welcome back to Fallout. Last time we took care of the military base, and in today's episode we're heading to the Boneyard, the only other place we haven't visited yet, excluding the unknown location of course. As we enter the Boneyard, we get the customary warm welcome of "please store your bloody weapons." Next, I'm buffing speech as much as possible. This isn't really because I need to have more speech for this area, but I'm doing it in order to make one of the endings of the game slightly easier to achieve. While talking to Zimmerman, the leader of this village, we find out that his child has been murdered by a group called the Blades, and that the regulators are here to protect all of the citizens. He asks us to go and exact revenge for the murder of his son on the Blades. We of course graciously accept. By chatting to Miles the chemist, we learn that their hydroponic system is down and that it needs some parts to fix. But we need to talk to Samuel for some more details. He also hints that the rather unimaginatively named Smithy is the town's local blacksmith, and he's responsible for creating bullets, which is the primary export of the Boneyard. Talking to Samuel about the parts, we find out that he is a scavenger, and he gives us some background information on the Blades, some deathclaws in the area, and some people called the Gunrunners. From the conversation about the Blades, we can also infer that they aren't all that dangerous. And by looking at the firepower the regulators possess, it seems that maybe the story is a bit upside down. By chatting with the fortune teller and not insulting him, we can gain 1 point of luck. Smithy doesn't have much to say for himself right now, but later on, once we've solved the hydroponic system, we will be able to upgrade our plasma rifle with him, turning it into probably the second most deadly weapon in the entire game. The weapon with the most damage, the alien blaster, is a bit impractical since you have to rely on finding it in a random encounter. And not only that, it uses a unique ammo type which you can only find in that crash site. Because of these factors, it's not a really reliable source of damage. Next, let's go and visit the Blades and hear their side of the story. As we approach the Blades headquarters, we can see these are a sorry bunch of people, and they shouldn't pose any threat to the regulators. After chatting with the Blades leader, we find out that it wasn't the Blades who killed Zimmerman's son. It was indeed the regulators themselves, and they did this in order to keep control of the town. With all of the threats around the Blades, they ask us to acquire some guns for them from the gunrunners, but they're unable to get there because there is a Deathclaw encampment between them. So we accept the mission and we start heading to the gunrunners. Let's quickly check out that holodisk that we got from the Blades, proving that it wasn't them that killed Zimmerman's son. After disposing some of the Deathclaws, we're able to search the corpse nearby. On it we find the parts required to fix the hydroponic system. This seems to be the scavenger friend Samuel was speaking of earlier. Once we're inside the gunrunner compound, we're able to trade for as much weapons and ammo as we would ever want. It turns out that the gunrunners want to relocate, but they're trapped here by the Deathclaws. By offering to help with the Deathclaw problem, they offer to leave us all of the guns and ammunition we would ever want once they are gone. And this is how we will be fulfilling the mission for the Blades. After a bit of trading with the gunrunners, let's head back to Samuel and give him the bad news about his friend. We can also then have Smithy fix the parts, and we can in turn use those to fix the hydroponic system. Once the hydroponic system has been fixed, Miles tells us that he's able to upgrade our power armor if we bring him some chemical journals from the hub. And he also informs us that Smithy is able to upgrade our plasma rifle. So let's get this done before we proceed with the Blades quest. First, let's head to the hub in order to get those chemical journals from the librarian. On our way back, we have one of those weird random encounters. This one is a bunch of talking cows. As if the game knew I was itching to test out the new upgraded plasma rifle, it sends me a group of raiders. Let's see how quickly we can take them out. With our increased agility and the lowered action point cost of the rifle, we're able to shoot multiple times per round instead of just once. After giving the chemistry book to Miles, he upgrades our power armor by hardening it. Unfortunately, that removes the power armor and the buffs it was giving me, which means I can no longer carry it. Normally not a big deal, because you just drop some stuff from your inventory, pick up the power armor, and after equipping it, pick the stuff back up. But because I'm dumb, I decided to drop stuff that you have to pick up individually, resulting in me having to spend literally 15 minutes just picking the stuff back up. Don't worry, I'll save you that tedium. Okay, with that out of the way, let's head to the Deathclaw area and take care of the Mother Deathclaw. She is, however, extremely tough, and I'm rather glad that I chose to upgrade our stuff before I went to take her out. Part of the problem why she's so tough is that you have to fight her underground where there is no light, and you have a severe penalty to your aim. After killing the Deathlaw mother, it's time to take care of all of her eggs. With that bit of genocide out of the way, we can go to the gunrunners and tell them the good news. Having procured the weapons the blades require, it's time we go take care of those pesky regulators. Having freed the Boneyard, it's time we head south for the final confrontation with the Master. But that will unfortunately have to wait until the next episode. I hope you enjoyed the content. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and then I'll see you all next time.